Before Jesus' sacrifice, he boldly confronted evil head on. Top of the morning to you. When reading Matthew 19:22, to learn who God is in order to love him more, we see Jesus on the move going towards the city of his final destination, Jerusalem. On the way, his teachings intensify and are being addressed to the religious leadership more and more, the Pharisees and the scribes. He addresses questions about God's law and how to resolve some conflicts between the law and the traditions men have set up with which to compromise. In one exchange, he explains how God deems marriage very important and what God has joined together, let no man separate. The religious leaders hit him back with how Moses allowed divorces. Jesus explained how he did that because of the hardness of the hearts of the people, but divorce was never God's original intention. Meanwhile, there were throngs of people who followed Jesus, which got the Pharisees' attention. In 2017, Jesus told his disciples what would soon happen to him. Handed over to the chief priests and scribes, they would sentence him to death, be delivered over to the Gentiles to be mocked, whipped, crucified, and resurrected. To his disciples, he tightened up his instructions, telling them to serve one another, just as he came to serve and give his life for many. Once in Jerusalem, he made a big splash as the people lined the entrance shouting, "Son of David, blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord." He then goes on into the temple, turning over the money tables, explaining Scripture says, "My house shall be a house of prayer." He continued to heal the blind and the lame who came to him. Jesus' teachings were getting bolder and bolder. He explained how God's not the God of the dead, but of the living, culminating with his giving 2 new commandments of loving God and loving your neighbor. He said those two sum up, and upon them depend all the law of the prophets. As Jesus got closer to fulfilling his destiny, he did so with boldness, not hiding out and waiting for things to happen to him. He expected the same of his disciples who followed him. He explained how if they were to follow him, they must sell everything they own and give to the poor. He was not embarrassed or afraid of his message, and he didn't expect his disciples to be that way either, as they became fully sold out, loving servants, unafraid of the consequences of such a bold message. Have a great day.